All right, I really hope you like Ruby because this chapter is all about Ruby. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to my chapter 120 review for Oshi no Ko. It just came out today, and I'm very, very excited. Now, a few little things I want to mention. I'm not going to be able to show like real panels of this chapter because I might get spanked if I do that, but I will show panels of previous chapters if I'm referencing something or just anime still shots. So feel free to tab out. Voice crack, what the? Feel free to tab out podcast style of this video. There's nothing in the actual video that's gonna be super important. Just my words, just my thoughts. So, anyways, uh, also, of course, spoilers, okay? Spoilers. So, coming off the last chapter, we found out that Ruby's mom, and I don't mean Ruby's mom like I mean Ruby, the cancer patient's mom, is in close proximity to her, way closer than I ever could have imagined. Ruby's mom actually has ties with the entertainment business. Who would have thought? So of course that little cliffhanger had me on the edge of my seat for 2 weeks. So of course, this chapter is all about Ruby, and so this chapter starts off pretty, like I don't want to say happily because honestly, you do realize just how hard Ruby is working, balancing like five different entertainment jobs. So it starts off her performing an idol concert at 6 p.m. Then 9 p.m. going back home, sleeping around midnight, 8 a.m. waking up, going to school, and then like 12 p.m. she's recording for some TV thing. Then 3 p.m. she's commuting for lunch and looking at interviews and studying for her final exam. And then 4 p.m. she's filming for her variety show. And then 9:30 p.m. she's starting choreography for her idol band. And then after that she's filming YouTube videos. And then at 11 p.m. she's doing a private acting lesson because if you don't remember, she's gonna play she's gonna play her own mother in the upcoming film that Aqua suggested to trap his dad and also Ruby's dad to kill him. So the thing is, although Ruby has that shine in her eyes, has that eye star, she doesn't have that star power, at least when it comes to acting. So I'm not surprised at all that she has to do these like long, grueling acting sessions private because she's competing with people that have been acting since they were kids, and people like Aqua that are just naturally really good at acting. So she kind of has to pick up that slack. So this little sequence, like these little 5 pages, just really shows you how much of a grind Ruby's going, and it really makes you appreciate like she's putting in a lot of effort. She's come a long way from the lazy girl that just wanted to be an idol in the snap of her fingers, and she's really putting all her eggs in 25 different baskets. It's pretty crazy to see. So 3 a.m. she finally goes to bed, and then she goes to bed, and then she has a little comment that's basically saying like, my mom did 25 more things in this. This is nothing for her. I got this. I can do this. And Aqua notices, and she's like, I can do this. So it cuts to Ruby's manager that's like, no, she cannot do this. And she's talking to, I believe, the director or one of the main people of Aqua's movie. And basically she's telling him like, hey man, can you cut her some slack? Like, she's doing her best. She can barely even sleep. And then the director or like whoever it is basically just says like, yeah, she's lacking skill. She's lacking acting skills, so I'm sorry, but if she's serious about this movie, she's gonna have to put more eggs into her acting basket and loosen up the schedule elsewhere. So that's pretty much just because the show again. Ruby is the weakest actor here. Maybe she's the one that's the most emotional, most passionate about this role, but when it comes to her actual skill, she is definitely the weakest. And then it just cuts to Kana, who's like in this apron, and I was like, what is she doing? And she's like cooking, and she's acting as like a obsessive girlfriend or something. And the director of this little thing that I think this is nothing to do with like the movie or anything. I think this is like a commercial or something completely separate. It's just Kana's solo adventure. And basically the director's like, oh, you were perfect for a role of a girl that's obsessed with a guy that eats his favorite food and dreams about him. And she's like, what are you trying to say? And Ruby's there to watch kind of, I don't know if just to support her friend or just to learn how actors do it in the wild, in the flesh. and kind of just basically tries to give her some advice and goes like, it's not just about studying for the role, it's also just about like the feelings that you have inside, and just expanding them and expressing yourself, and really showing what's inside of you as a person. So, you know, Ruby's like, who am I? Am I Ruby? Or am I Sarina Tendoji, which is the other girl, the cancer patient girl? And then it cuts to the same themes that we were looking at the last chapter of the mom, not Ruby's mom, Serena's mom, and how Serena really knew that the mom didn't love her. And this is a really, really touching scene at the end of the chapter. This is a very, very short chapter where Serena's like, "Oh, mom, you're here. I'm happy. How long are you gonna be here?" And then the mom's like, "Oh, I'm in a rush. I gotta go." And then at the end of the chapter, he says, "Mom, do you love me?" And then you see her mom with a black bar on her eyes that says, "Those words can't be lies, can they?" And then the mom says, "Yes, dear, of course I love you." Now, immediately my mind went to the parallel of I not wanting to say I love you to her kids, not because she didn't actually love them, because she was scared that if she said it out loud, and deep down she was like, damn, as much as I want to love them, I can't. And if she said it out loud, it was gonna make her feel like so sad, like she didn't want to lie to her kids. And here we have Serena's mom, which obviously is lying, saying, "Of course I love you," even though she comes in and checks on her cancer patient daughter maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, like who knows how often she's actually visiting her own daughter. In Serena's little questionnaire thing that says, "But my mother hates me," like she already knew deep down that her mother hated her, and she asked, "Mom, do you love me?" She just wanted to hear the words, "I love you." She probably doesn't even hear "I love you" unless she has to ask her mom. See, that's not love. And striking differences between Serena's mom and I as a mother, because I was trying her best. I didn't love her kids, or actually, I do think I loved her kids, but I thought that maybe she might not love her kids just because of how emotionally closed off she was with herself. She didn't even know how to tap into her own emotions. So of course she wasn't sure if she actually loved her kids, but she was trying her hardest, and she did, to give them a damn good life. She was a damn good mom at 16 years old. She was a better mom than this 40-year-old whatever cringe that's in my screen right now with that black bar that says, "Those words can't be lies, can they?" And then we have this like 40 something year old woman that's telling her cancer patient dying daughter lies by saying, "Of course I love you." Those words hold no weight. So now you have, basically, Ruby has had two mothers, one that is dead and one that is dead to her. And honestly, I'm just so excited to see how she's gonna meet her mom as Ruby and probably break down. And Ruby's and Serena's mom is gonna be like, "Who is this little girl? What's happening?" And I just I can't wait. I thought we were gonna see it in this chapter. Unfortunately, we didn't. But maybe next chapter. Maybe next. I don't think there's a break week next week, so 121 is gonna come in exactly 1 week, and I can't wait. Again, short review because it's a short chapter. But let me know what you thought about it. I thought it was really good. This is a very Ruby-filled chapter. I like Ruby a lot. So just seeing her work ethic, how she does things, and just seeing how she's really thinking about her mom or her previous mom, and just this chapter is really, really good. Very, very short, but really, really good. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my chapter review of chapter 120, and I'll see you next week for 121.